Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and this video is for the Leos out there for August 23rd to the 29th. I would like to say thank you guys so much for your likes, your comments, and to all my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here, and with that being said, let's get right into this video. Okay, this card been coming out a little bit. Mercury retrograde, reinvention. It's a lot of reinventing going on with people. A lot of change of thinking, wanting to make balance with people. So it could be the same for you, Leo. Oh, we have the moon soul here. Let me do another. Saturn return. Okay. You know what's crazy? The last reading I did was when past life lovers come together or something like that. This is really a part 2 to that, y'all. Because the moon soul is in the middle. Leo, you have a soul connection with somebody. And that energy is still here with this Saturn return. But what I see is more powerful is the actual reinvention of it. The recognition. So somebody is realizing about you, Leo, that there's something way deeper. Maybe you recognize this first, and I feel like somebody is recognizing it too. Like, I never felt like this about nobody. Maybe this person really didn't believe in all of, past lives and this and that, but it's kind of like, let's say if you didn't even say that, but it's to them in their spirit, it's like it's something different here. It's like my soul feels like home with Leo. This person could have had other relationships after you. This could have been a few months. Maybe they talk to people casually, but this is part 2 to when past life lovers. I'm telling you, with the soul here and Saturn. This is coming because also the astrologics. See, astrology also plays a part in soul connections too. And Saturn in Aquarius. It's kind of what's the betterment for all. And I feel you guys were separated because it was time to. You had to go through lessons, Leo. This person had to go through lessons. But it's time because this person recognizes I have a soul connection with Leo. This is something way deeper than I've ever known. This person may not know how to express that because I feel like this person may feel like they're crazy. Like, well, why do I feel so passionately? Usually when relationships end, boom, I go about my business and that's that. But I cannot just move away from Leo. No matter what I do, if I try to talk to somebody else, it don't work. And it's kind of like a Saturn return maturity. It's accepting how deeply you care. And when it's a soul connection, listen. You ain't gonna beat what the soul wants. You ain't gonna keep lying to what the soul wants either. If that soul is calling for that person, let's say if this person's higher self, like with spiritual connections, we do have a higher self. I feel like this person's higher self is like, listen, bro or sis, we need to go. Okay, I miss this Leo. All right, so let's get it together. Let's wrap it up. All right, I want to go to where my heart feels like home and my soul. But this person don't realize this is what's going on. I feel like this person don't realize they have a higher self that's pushing them to go towards you, Leo. Because it's like, I don't really feel this person could honestly be at the beginning stages of an awakening. I see once again... I keep getting this theme for this week. Like, there's a lot of awakenings going on, Well, Uranus is retrograde too. Saturn's retrograde in Aquarius. But anyway. This is beautiful, Leo. Honestly. So this is part 2. Maybe I'll name it that. Let me flip that back over. There we go. Why is reinvention here? 10 of Cups reverse. This person wants to reinvent this, but it turned into this. They don't want this no more. They realize like they had this, Leo, with you. But I'm going to tell you something. You may be aware you had a soul connection with this person, but they wasn't. But I feel like you wanted this person to kind of see it on their own. You knew when this person was thinking about you. You knew. It's like, since you were already aware, you knew what level of consciousness this person was on. And it just wasn't time. This person had to grow first. And that's usually what it takes in soul connections, because soul connections are very, very serious. They're so fragile. Like, when I mean fragile, like they're freaking fragile. For them to be so strong, they're still fragile. If you guys know what I'm trying to say. It's like you gotta really put the pieces right at the right moment, because one left can make things go all the way left. So I feel like the universe had to separate you guys because this person wasn't ready. And Leo, it was probably so painful to separate from this person, especially if you got a soul connection, but you understood what's mine will be for me. And I know that I have a soul connection with this person, but that sometimes the timing just isn't right. You know, this person may have had to go and talk to other people, Leo, to figure out really what they wanted, who they are. So they was going through a self-discovery while being separated from you. But see how that self-discovery led them back to you, because you are the soul. It's like reconnecting with yourself. Reconnecting with you is reconnecting with their authentic self. And let me tell you something, Leo. If this person did not accept who they truly were, your relationship with them was not going to work. The only way it was going to work was when they stepped into their higher self. That's when they would recognize you. That's why they recognize you now, because they're in their higher self. It's shifting from just the mind, but to the spirit. Like, there's so much more to just being on earth than people even realize. Can you believe that we don't see 98 or was it 90 something % of what's in front of us? Like, it could be a whole ghost in your corner and you won't see it. You know what I mean? That's why awakening to spiritual gifts, if you wake up too early, that could traumatize you. You know, if you are not really ready to see spirits and to really unlock that, it could kind of be a dangerous thing, as you know. And also when people try to force their way on the spiritual journey, you know, not everybody who's on the spiritual journey belongs there. You know, that could be a real dangerous game too, especially if you playing with all types of magic and you sitting over here summoning spirits, you don't even know what you're doing. You know what I mean? So spirituality is very, very serious. And this was a very serious connection, to be honest with you, Leo. 10 of Cups. But this person had to awaken on their own first, which they are. 10 of Empress. Isn't the Empress the counterpart to the Emperor, right? Yeah. We always know the Empress to be, for example, the divine feminine. Just to say that for an example. But honestly, this goes into that past life reading. I'm telling you. What is crazy, some of you guys were literally playing what happened in the past life. And by you two, I feel, Leo, you did something differently because you're awakened first. I feel by you separating from this person, it altered a lot of things that would have happened but didn't. So then another stream of events happened, and now you're here, and now they're here, and you both can be here. This is a beautiful thing. I think that is so fascinating. Think about it. Think about the love. Think about two souls that are up there, right? Wherever we were. And they was like, I love you so much that I'll go to earth with you. And we'll go to earth together. But we won't remember that we went to earth, but we went to earth, right? And somehow I'm born over there and you're born over there. And somehow during some serendipity moment, I meet you. And from the moment I meet you, it's like I know you. But I don't know where I know you from. But I feel you're very familiar. And then you share this intense experience. You start to tap into this person. Leo, you're very tapped into this individual. So much so you didn't know why. It's like, why do I feel I know what they're thinking? Why do I feel like I know what they're about to do before? Because it's like you two are one and the same. So that's why spiritual connections are so beautiful. But at the same time, that's why they go under so much attacks. And to be honest, that's why so much attacks on the masculine. That's why, to be honest, if you keep the men down, you keep the women down. Because the men protect the women. You see what I'm saying? So if men are at the strip club all the time and men are just watching porn all day, or man is just in his lower natures, see, then how do we really have divine masculines? So that's why it be a lot of attacks on them. And it's easier to get them, to be honest, because they're not really in tune naturally all the time. There's some, but let's look at the majority. Let's just be honest. A lot of men are in their lower natures, and that's one of the hardest things for a man to do. For some is to control his natures and not think with his lower head. See, to not fall victim to a woman with a big butt or some boobs or a girl shaking her butt on Instagram. Like, I see this all the time. I'd be like, if the devil said today, if a dude just sit there and watch, like, let me send this girl to her with a fat butt. And the dude be like, oh, shoot, well, look at this girl with the fat butt. The devil be like, got him. That's how easy it is to get masculines. And this is where Saturn in Aquarius plays a part. I feel air sign men going to be first. Because Saturn is in Aquarius. And there's going to be revelations with them. And that's why it's so important, because I've seen spiritual warfare on masculines. You know, women that hypnotize them with sex and you know, doing whatever they want, and very enchanting, you know, to keep the man in his lower natures, because that's the thing. Because if the divine masculine realizes who he is, that is such a powerful thing. He has the power to change so much. So maybe this was a masculine Leo that was in his lower natures, and he met you at this crazy time, you know, but you knew it was something different about him. You knew. It's like, dang, why I feel like I know you, or I don't know. And maybe he was the type that was, like I said, in his lower natures, you know, seeing women that's just body, like, you know, oh, look at that girl butt, or look at her boobs, or look at this, or look at that. Like, really thinking in his lower natures. But I really feel this is a masculine that's awakening outside of that. You know, shaking butt on Instagram ain't as interesting no more. You know, the same type of women that this masculine was chasing ain't it. Because you are. And that's what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot of changes happening. The Empress. But I've seen it though. Masculines do have a hard fight. Page of Pentacles. Because it's things always trying to keep them down. Because they think so logical. So it's easier to kind of manipulate a logical person. In a certain way. Think about it. You know, they usually get the women that usually give a sob story all the time. Or manipulate them with sex. And it's like a Jezebel type of energy. But I feel like there's a masculine awakening to be like, hold up. It's something way deeper. I'm supposed to be with her. I'm supposed to be with her. But they didn't understand all this stuff, but they're starting to feel that something's really different. The moon, the soul, yeah. They're very close to reaching out to you, Leo. Knight of Pentacles. Four of Wands. Don't we know this is the 1111 card right here? This is what I'm saying. There's an awakening going on with a masculine here. Four of Wands. And people who watch my channel know I don't really talk about spiritual relationships unless I see that for real, for real. Eight of Pentacles, exactly. I feel, look, that's what I'm... You see this? The moon and the lovers, Leo. Past life lovers. I might name it, honestly, this is part 2. It goes even deeper. Because there's a lot of things in this video I explained that was different. Saturn return. Yeah, it's time to end the conflict. There is somebody awakening here. And they're starting to realize that you are their empress. Look how this man looks at this woman. This person feels they could be so... It's more than just what you look like, Leo. I mean, they do find you very fine. They do. But that's just one part of it. They love you even more because of this. Oh. Five of Swords. Reverse. Four of Swords. So this person was doing some real reflecting and thinking. You look at the ancestors. This person is going through a transformation completely. Oh, snap. Four of Swords. The Hermit. Just like I said, awakening. And ain't it Virgo season? This is a masculine that's stepping out on his own way to find his light. I feel this is a masculine that started to really start to feel out of place in the world. The women, the parties, the, you know, girls on Instagram, whatever the situation may be, is not doing it. It's like, but that Leo does it for me every time. And I love that Leo. And let me tell you, that is such a beautiful thing, Leo. If you're experiencing that, let me tell you, don't let nobody ruin that, Leo. If you know you have a spiritual connect, don't let nobody ruin that. Because you'll know in your spirit. You would know. You're the Empress. And just know, with these awakened masculines, they fought hard to get to their divine feminines. It's not easy. Because masculines can get attacked right before they get awakened. That means shifts can happen in their lives where they can lose homes and jobs that kind of discourage them from really taking that path. You know, and it's like, well, dang, as soon as I'm about to go over to the Leo, it seems like I lose my house, my job, my this, my that. But it's kind of, they don't understand that it's because you're going into another frequency, right? So some masculines may go back and forth and be like, I want to talk to for example, you, Leo. But it seems like every time I try to get over there, it's like my life goes in shambles, or I don't know what's going on. But it's like, I bump all that. I'm going. Like, I want my Empress. Wow. Okay, Leo, let's see for the final message. For you, we have a new start is coming. New moon. Okay, I love this. Don't let your past hold you back. It's interesting how I talk about past lives. That's the South Node. South Node is your past life. Emotions are running high. And one more. a time to give rather than take. So with you, Leo, in this situation, there's a new start definitely coming, and this person don't want to let their past hold them back. They want to start a brand new life because they recognize you. And their emotions are running high because they know it's a time to give rather than take. See, Leo, you put a lot of work into this connection. You showed a lot of patience. And for those that know, you got a spiritual connection. You knew how delicate it was. And even though it may have been hard to let this person go, you understood that it was part of their journey. And you knew that they would be back. Because that's how real love works. If it's really yours, it will come back. And no matter where you go in life, no matter where you move to, when something is yours, it will always come back to you. And that's how you know it's yours. I mean, not in terms of you going through toxic cycles over and over, but you see a different in circumstances where you separated, you had other relationships, or they had other relationships, or you moved away, but something somehow comes together at the right time. So, Leos, I hope you guys appreciate this reading, and I'll catch you guys later.